Hey guys, it's Miharu. The topic of Elora versus Bianca has long been a hot debate amongst the Spyro community. Okay, maybe it hasn't. But recently, some comments, or rather complaints, have been brought to my attention. Despite Elora being the first main female character introduced to the series, and having a very sizable fanbase, her importance came to an abrupt halt after her debut appearance, and aside from a small cameo at the end of Year of the Dragon, she was never heard from again. Bianca, on the other hand, though not playing any major roles outside her initial debut, continued to appear in multiple games afterward, going on to become more or less the token female of the franchise up until Cinder. So, why was this the case? Well, from a behind-the-scenes standpoint, the answer is very simple. Elora's main purpose was to be a story guide, another tutorial character which Hunter pretty much had under control. As such, there was no reason to bring her back for the next game. From what I can gather, the cameo was done specifically because Oliver Wade, a character designer for Insomniac at the time, liked her. Other sources state that she was planned to return in Enter the Dragonfly as well as Attack of the Rhinox, in which she was supposed to be playable, but these ideas were scrapped early in development. In Bianca's case, the reason why she returned for Enter the Dragonfly was because the developers wanted it to be a direct sequel to Year of the Dragon, continuing exactly from where it left off, hence why the game begins with a celebration of the baby dragons receiving their dragonflies. Still doesn't quite explain why Ripto came back, but that's what happened there. That said, you have to look at the situation from an in-universe perspective as well. I personally always saw Elora as the acting leader of Avalar. She has a duty to protect her home and keep the peace. As much as she would love to go on adventures with Spyro, I'm sure, it's just not in her nature to abandon those responsibilities. Then you have Bianca, who is still finding herself by learning to become a better sorceress and assisting Spyro with her magic when she can. Due to her role in the story, she was a much better fit for a long-term traveling companion. Also taking into account her relationship with Hunter, which gave her even more of a reason to stay. So, though it may appear that Elora got the short end of the stick on the surface, she did in fact fulfill her original intended purpose. And that's not to say we'll never see her again. It's entirely possible for her to return for the new continuity, maybe as a playable character with an arc of her own. She could actually formally meet the rabbit who supposedly stole her spotlight. Perhaps they could even expand on her relationship with Spyro, for those of you who ship that. Just look at how well Tawna from Crash Bandicoot was updated, going from a simple damsel in distress in the original game to a take-charge action girl in Nitro Field. And this was done for a spin-off game of all things, so who knows what the future holds for her. And that's what we have to remember for Elora. There's always a chance, no matter how things may seem, for fan favorites to come back better than ever. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think of this situation in the comments below. As always, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all my social medias, and I will see you next time. Until then, this is Miharu, signing off.